What is good, my people? Hope you guys are well. Hope you guys have had a good week and hope you guys are blessed. So, I've seen a question that's been circulating the internet and taking the internet by storm, and that is 100 men versus one gorilla. Who would win? I think this question has actually been debated before, but for some odd reason it's recirculated. So I thought, you know what, let's actually look into it and actually see who would actually win. So, yeah, let's get it. So let's look into the gorilla stats. So disclaimer for this video, I'll be using the male silverback gorilla as that is the one that is the leader of the troop of gorillas and tends to be the strongest and tends to be the one that protects and engages in conflict in the gorilla group. So gorillas are by no doubts very strong animals. There's no denying that. With a male silverback weighing between 136 kilograms to 277 kilograms, with a height between 4'7" to 5'11", and their wingspan can be anywhere between 7'7" to 8'11". Now, onto their muscles themselves. They are essentially just pure muscle, and when compared to us, they have a high proportion of fast twitch fiber muscles. Now, this allows them to exert force at a much more quicker and a much more powerful rate than us humans. Their skeletal structure as well is also designed, especially around the chest, arms, and shoulders, to support thick, powerful muscles. And this, all in all, makes them much stronger when compared to us humans, as they could potentially lift anywhere between 816 kilograms to 1088 kilograms. Gorillas are herbivores, which means that their diet is primarily plant-based. However, they have sharp canines and powerful jaw muscles, which enables them to have a bite force of 1,300 pounds per square inch, which is actually stronger than lions. So if a gorilla was to bite you, they could do a lot of damage. In terms of speed, gorillas can reach speeds up to 25 miles per hour, in short bursts. However, due to the fact that they have a larger proportion of fast twitch muscle fibers, this means that they actually cannot sustain this for a long time. So in terms of endurance, they are lacking in endurance when compared to us humans. And the main role of the silverback gorilla in his troop is to protect and defend his troop from other gorilla troops, other threats, and humans as well. But generally speaking, they tend to avoid conflicts with humans. And in terms of intelligence, gorillas are some of the most intelligent animals on the planet, as they have been shown to engage in tool use, problem solve, display a diverse range of communication, and are self-aware. So taking all those factors into consideration, the gorilla is an absolute problem if we was to ever engage in conflicts with them. Now, if we were to get 100 men from all walks of life, no weapons, just straight hands, most men are not built to engage in a fight and will most likely gas out within a couple minutes just from evading the gorilla alone. Most men can't even lift their own body weight, so that alone would be a massive disadvantage, as the gorilla outclasses us in that department. I will say though, on average, humans have a higher proportion of slow twitch fiber muscles, which are much better for endurance. We might be able to outlast a gorilla in regards to stamina, but as I said, in the strength department, we are lacking, especially as most men can't lift their own body weight. Intelligence, although higher than a gorilla, won't really help in this situation. So all in all, if it was a one-on-one situation, as in one man going in after another, I can't lie, we're cooked, barbecued, flambéed. We are just getting murked by a gorilla. So yeah, that 100 men versus one gorilla, one by one, it's not happening, guys. It really isn't. But there is hope in the form of prep time and just straight up rushing the gorilla if we were able to. So with prep time, we can prepare by training, forming the strategy, with some people distracting, some people overwhelming, and some people just rushing the gorilla from all angles for a prolonged period of time. As we know, gorillas are not really built for endurance. So if that was to happen, I can't lie, it's not looking good for the gorilla. However, some of us will perish, just due to the fact that gorillas are just massively outclass us in the strength department. But their sacrifice will be noble, and I'm sure they'll be honored in the gates of Valhalla. So shout out them. But yeah, my verdict is 100 untrained men having one-on-ones have no chance. You might as well just off yourself before you even actually fight the gorilla, because it's better than being maimed, mangled, destroyed. Like, yeah, it's just better than that. But if it's 100 men, 100 trained men going in all at once, forming an actual strategy, then most likely the gorilla will lose. Eventually, it will just tire out, and you can just overwhelm it with a barrage of just punches and kicks and bites and any other savagery. But as I said, the gorilla will catch a few bodies, so I guess it will take some wins. Yeah. But anyway, just to end off, we really have no business fighting gorillas. Neither do they fighting us. In fact, in their natural habitats, they tend to avoid human conflicts. They're quite shy creatures, actually, and tend to just stay away from humans. And the humans that are there tend to stay away from them. There's a nice coexistence in that sense. But instead of thinking of hypothetical fights between gorillas and man, we should actually just admire them, as they're powerful, intelligent, beautiful animals. And we should admire them whilst we still can, as they face a lot of threats in their natural habitat, including habitat loss due to deforestation, human conflict, as in the countries that they are naturally occurring. Unfortunately, there is human conflict, and they oftentimes get caught up in the crossfire, as well as diseases. Some human diseases affect gorillas and can actually be fatal to gorillas. And lastly, the illegal trade. Some gorillas are poached. So yeah, their numbers are dwindling, but apparently they are making a comeback. But yeah, let's just admire these guys rather than thinking about who would win, us versus them. So yeah. But yeah, that's sort of my take on the 100 men versus one gorilla. Quite entertaining sort of hypothetical battle. But yeah, I'm pretty sure there will be some actually guys in the comments who I would probably ignore. But yeah, hope you guys enjoy the video. Stay tuned for more and have a blessed week.